takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Here's Orlando now. Pass to Bird. 13 feet away. That shot is off. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Outside, George. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. 26 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Bird. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Seems like nothing bothers Larry Bird. He looks relaxed scoring, even in a high-stakes moment. Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball, just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Pass to Bird. Over George. Rebounded by the Hawks. And now they foul and stop the clock. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 8 seconds left in the game. Love outside. They get it back.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks him down to put this game out of reach.
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. Probably a little closer than they
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a moment to check out who the Boston Celtics have coming up. On Monday, they kick off a road trip in Toronto, where they'll take on the Raptors. And then Sunday, they head back home to host the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, that will be game number 8 on the schedule.
And now the starting.
Should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Jaylen Brown out there with Smith. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Thompson. And it's McAdoo in at the center position. 6 on the shot clock. On its way from Irving for 2. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen.
What a
great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
To the middle. It's picked off. Drexler against Thompson. Shoots. Mullen's shot is off. And the 76ers with possession. McAdoo. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
In close, Bob McAdoo stuffing it down with power.
Drexler outside. Back to Irving. Drexler with a screen on Johnson. Here's Irving. Rebounded by McAdoo.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Love how active David Thompson is on the offensive end, especially when he gets near the rack.
Pass to Whistle. Back to Irving. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
First one falls for him.
Kyrie Irving, special. I mean, as skilled a player as you'll ever see when it comes to handling the ball and scoring in close.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Smith outside. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
And no fear of where the D was on that one. Smith going right to the basket.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla and talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. Now, he said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be visible with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. For Philadelphia, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Brown. Rebound by the Celtics. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And here's Thompson following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And Thompson kicks to Johnson. And it's blocked. Now Mullen. Pass to Whistle. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Typically unselfish play that time by Mullen, moving the ball around to help his team find a good shot.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Brown deciding where to go with it. Here's Johnson. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Hey, when you're defending KJ, you got to back up a little bit to account for his tremendous acceleration.
Pass to Whistle. Poke loose. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Thompson. There's the lob to Brown. Here's Drexler. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Boy, that was a nice, silky little shot there. Drexler getting inside and knowing just what to do.
Johnson, the pass to McAdoo. Pass to Brown. On its way from Irving for two. Second chance shot. That one goes in. Issel's got 5 now. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Boston?
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
And, you know, we've seen Brown accept more responsibility over time on offense, including taking these quick shots.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, Dan Issel is a strong guy, especially on offense. He knows how to use that strength to get the shot he wants when he wants it.
Good on both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Thompson outside. Eaton grabs the miss. Boston leading by 5. Here's Drexler. Oh, wow!
Much respect for the bounce of Drexler. I mean, this guy knows how to get up and throw it down with flair.
Pulls up on the wing. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Drexler kicks to Irving. Brown against Mullen. And here is Irving. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Thompson outside. Back to Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, but you got to like that fearlessness of Johnson. Just outstanding at drawing contact on the way up.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Along for 2.
He misses the free throw.
You know, Johnson is a superb scorer, an effective combo guard who can get it going in a hurry.
Boston making some changes. Marion comes in for Mullen, and Marley subbed in for Drexler. Then for the 76ers, Williams comes in for Josh Smith. And it's McDaniels in for Jaylen Brown. And the second free throw, good. Celtics leading by 6. Pass to Whistle. Now here's Marley. He's covered by Thompson. And it's sent back by McAdoo. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot and get stops.
And the Celtics with possession here. And it's Irving missing. Thompson against Marley. McAdoo misses. The Celtics have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. Fourth, Jamal Murray.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Here's McAdoo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
McAdoo, a talented scorer on the block now. I mean, he knows exactly how to get the position he wants to score down there.
Pass to Whistle. 1:24 left in the first. And Thompson sends it back. Here's Johnson. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
You know, anticipating where to be on the offensive glass, Williams showing you that he's a fighter and how beneficial that is.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. McGinnis, who's checked in for the Celtics. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Gilbert Arenas is checked in for Johnson. Free throw no good for Williams.
Lots to like about Hot Rod's game. My favorite part of it, just how good he is as a rim protector.
Marion dishes to Irving over McAdoo. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Irving's got 11.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Out left to the wing. A 3-ball. Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Here's McGinnis. And McGinnis throws it down.
Nice decision by Irving there to set up his teammate.
The 76ers trail by 9. Now here's Arenas. To the wing right side. McDaniels gets a wide open look. That's it, coming off an assist from Arenas.
Arenas setting up teammates. What a great pass.
Boston's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Here's Irving, and Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
For the 76ers, Gilbert Arenas taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Arenas. Both free throws good for Arenas. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Irving with the ball. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
The 76ers trail by 4. We've got Irving. Marion is out there with McGinnis. Then there's Murray. And it's Eaton in at the 5. That's the Boston 5.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Irving. 76ers getting the bucket. Murray surveying the D over Thompson, and Thompson sends it back. Lobbed up there for Thompson, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. A 15-footer, and it's McDaniels with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 11. Marion passes to McGinnis. Thompson against Murray. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the 3, he's got all of those.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Irving. Rebound by the 76ers. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And how about that move by Arenas on the drive, able to slip through the contact.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. In the second quarter, held scoreless. To end the cold streak. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
Free throw good, Murray.
To get where you want to go as a team, you need big game players. There's no way around it. And historically, Murray tends to play his best on the biggest stage.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Boston. Mullen comes in for Marion. Then for the 76ers, Whiteside's checked in for McAdoo. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Thompson. He hits both from the stripe.
On the floor, Murray is electrifying. I mean, he delivers relentless effort, and it keeps his whole squad energized and engaged.
And the basket by Arenas. Arenas has got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Together and welcome to Center Court, Celtics Entertainment. It's time for some teachers for
We have a chance. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at Kessler, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Murray against LaVine. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul, second team foul.
On defense, Philadelphia. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Excellent defense from McDaniels. Jaden's length and activity, really a problem for shooting.
And it's sent back by Kessler. Away from Irving for 3. That one doesn't drop.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Irving. 11 points in the game. To Kessler. And here is Murray. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And LaVine, here we go. They get the rebound. Williams. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Arenas against Irving. Looking to get it going. Buries the jump shot. Irving's got 13.
I think Kyrie is really frustrating for the defense because he makes it look so easy and his shot is so natural.
Now here's Levine. Scoreless thus far. Outside Arenas. And it's in there. Arenas has got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Irving passes to Kessler. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Arenas against Irving. Here's Arenas. 8 points for him. Levine wide open. Off target from outside. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Pass to McGinnis. Here's Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
For 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Irving.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Marley's checked in for Murray. The 76ers also with a sub. Brownie's checked in for McDaniels. That one is no good. The 76ers leading by 3. A moment now to hear from our sideline.
Are you kidding me? Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Now, here is Irving. 14 points for him. Outside, Mullen. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Mullen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Here they come. It's Celtics Entertainment.
He's checked in for Williams. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Celtics second.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Here's Brown. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Smith sets the pick for Brown. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And it's easy to see that Brown continues to develop as a playmaker. His work paying off.
Irving against Arenas. There's the triple. Irving can't get it to go.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's Mullen. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Up again. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 4. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And Smith gets off the floor as quick as anybody, especially when he's got a lob on the way.
Irving passes to Kessler. Irving sets a screen for Kessler. Here's Mullen. The kick out to Irving. Over Arenas. Irving, good. Irving's got 16.
Oh, yeah, Irving, he has the mid-range in his bag now.
And, Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
First team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the 76ers.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
And the Celtics making a change here. Marion's checked in.
Arenas, boy, I tell you, is one of the most confident and explosive scorers in the game. A shoot-first point guard who will let it fly at any time and do real damage with the ball in his hand.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 16. Softly drops in the floater. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Whiteside against Kessler. Whiteside kicks to Thompson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Arenas. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Irving up top. He's covered by Arenas. Irving against Arenas. Irving surveying the floor. The offensive rebound. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Arian.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Zach, strong first half for the team. How do you build this lead?
Keep playing hard on defense, the main thing, getting out, running, getting stops. Continue to play with pace and, do what we do off the offensive end. We're good at that.
Zach, coach really likes the way you played, I'm sure. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
To center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're taking up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestants.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You know, for Philadelphia, they've stayed in the mix. A few people predicted they might regress. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. They continue to hum along. It'll be interesting to see how they close out this year.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Philadelphia 76ers.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's Brown. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Smith out there with McAdoo. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Johnson. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. To the inside. McAdoo. It's deflected.
And having Eden protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
There's Brown with the 3.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Pass to Drexler. Inside. Here's Heaton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaylen Brown.
When Eden is aggressively looking to score, he's hard to challenge without fouling.
The Celtics have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, Eden at 7'4", this guy typically overpowers defenses with his size. He's an excellent shot blocker and also rebounds pretty well.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Johnson. Smith on the wing. Brown inside the line. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Johnson against Irving. Over Johnson. Irving can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And McAdoo kicks to Brown. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Johnson down low. He's covered by Irving. Johnson's shot is off.
Things have been bumpy coming into the second half now. 5 straight misses.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
For Boston, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, Drexler's game is just so smooth and potent. Runs the floor beautifully, shoots the ball with tremendous confidence, and plays like a guy who can't be stopped.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Down low, and he jams it with authority.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
That one goes. Count it. Eaton's got 4 points this quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, give it up for Celtics Entertainment.
And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The 76ers, number one.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Philadelphia. 3-point lead.
Keeping constant pressure on the defense. McAdoo, certainly one of the tougher assignments in the league.
The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Free throw good, McAdoo.
The most impressive thing about McAdoo is how diverse his game is. Attacking the rim, hitting jump shots. He's got a lot of ways to punish you.
And both free throws good for McAdoo. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Irving against Johnson. Pass to Eaton. Mullen with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Buries it from 3-point range. Mullen's got 6.
And this is where Mullen is most dangerous. A consistent three-point shooter with textbook form.
Brown outside. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Irving passes to Eaton. Pass to Mullen. Fires top of the key. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Thompson outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, David Thompson is used to getting fouled on the way up, the way this guy bounces. Embraces every opportunity he can to get to the strike.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
Thompson, so aggressive as a scorer. He's a go-to guy for this team.
And the Celtics making a change here. Murray's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Pass to Eaton. Back to Murray. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement.
And Brown is quite unselfish as a player, always willing to get the ball to the open teammate.
So it's Boston now. Now Murray. Pass to Drexler. Now Mullen. Here's Issel. Nice ball movement by Boston. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Drexler. And it's good. With time running down in the shot clock. Drexler's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Johnson outside. To the paint. They swipe it. Here's Drexler. On the wing, Mullen. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Murray for the lead. And that's collected by Smith. The 76ers lead. Inside. Here's Johnson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Murray. Rebound by the 76ers.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And I love when Smith is assertive on offense, catching the D off guard with the catch and shoot.
To the inside. Here's Eaton. Good. Nice job down low. Eaton's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
To the middle. Here's McAdoo. It's tipped. And here is Murray. Drexler kicks to Murray. There's 1:54 left in the 3rd quarter. Mullen's shot is off. Philadelphia leading by 5. Brown outside. Down low. Here's McAdoo. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Murray. And it falls over the rim and in. Murray's got 6 points.
Well, I tell you what, Jamal Murray's so good at rocking his defender to sleep as he's setting up that pull-up jumper.
To the inside. Another steal. Mullen with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Not as good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Mullen.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Johnson against Murray. And the basket by Johnson.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And it's Drexler with the ball for Boston. And it's sent back by McAdoo. Mullen against Brown. Here's Johnson for Murray. Rejected by Murray. Johnson finds Brown, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Clyde Drexler.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
Free throw good from Brown.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
The 76ers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in for McAdoo. Williams comes in for Josh Smith. Zach LaVine's checked in for Thompson. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Johnson. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Celtics trail by 4. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Marion gets it to go.
Boy, I like seeing Marion operate in the open court now. He's a sprinter who has amazing quickness and knows how to make it happen in transition.
Arenas passes to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Arenas against Murray. Just 3 on the clock. The shot will not fall. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Philadelphia ahead. They're up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Murray out there with Marley. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's McGinnis, and it's Marion in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Boston 5. Clock at 6. Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Toronto where they'll take on the Raptors. And then on Sunday, they'll head back home to host the Washington Wizards.
And you know for that matchup with Charlotte, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to find their form.
The first one falls. And so Murray nails both of them. The 76ers shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Levine deciding where to go with it. Williams a screen on Marley. Levine passes to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Levine. 8 points for Williams.
I tell you what, when Levine glides off the pick, I mean, you see the defensive attention he draws. Makes for an easy pass to the roller.
Pass to McGinnis. Williams with the block. Marion against McDaniel. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Here's McGinnis. He's guarded by Williams. McGinnis against Williams. McGinnis' shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Shot by McDaniels, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Out to the right wing. Now here's Murray. Pass to Marley. 6 to shoot. That one, no good. Some solid defense here from Arenas. Philadelphia leading by 6. Now McDaniels. He's covered by Kessler. McDaniels passes to Williams. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Please give a big round of applause for your Celtics youth and team.
Sixers will go for a different look here. McAdoo is checked in for Whiteside. Smith comes in for Hot Rod Williams. Thompson, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Johnson in for Gilbert Arenas. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. McDaniels against Rex, and the wing jumper offline.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team. That's why they're ahead.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, and not rushing anything. I mean, McAdoo doesn't rush anything. Lets everything just come to him within the flow of the game.
Outside Mullen, stolen by McDaniels. And the shot is good from Johnson. And now a 12-point 76ers lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Back to Murray. Celtics passing it around. Pass to Whistle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Smith outside, drills the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Back to Murray. It's tipped. Stolen by McDaniels. Johnson outside. Pass to McDaniels. Johnson sends the screen for McDaniel. And it's sent back by Kessler. And they recover it. 5 on the clock.
Tell you what, when you start locking it down at the line, usually good things tend to happen.
First team foul. At the line for the 76ers, David Thompson, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for.
Well, they're doing really good work at the free throw line this half. I think that bodes well for their chances to close this game out.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And so Thompson nails both of them. So it's the Celtics now. 15-point game. Pass to Whistle. Irving against Johnson. And here's Drexler outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 15-5 run here. Mullen against Brown. McAdoo. Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line, Mark Eaton. At the line for
both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the 76ers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Yeah, watching Johnson focus in on his teammates, he does a really nice job, I think, of sensing and feeling when this guy is open.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Celtics trail by 12. Drexler scanning the floor. And Thompson sends it back. And he's able to get it back.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And Smith with the stop.
And when Smith's in rhythm, he can become so difficult to stop. And right now, he's got his foot on the gas.
For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Irving's shot is good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
We've got 1:55 left here in the 4th quarter. Back to Smith. 76ers moving the ball around. Pass to Irving. Here's Eaton. And he bangs it home with one hand. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Hey, there's no denying it. Kyrie is a score-first guard, but he's a better passer than he gets credit for.
Back to Johnson. Thompson left side. Johnson against Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Brown, no good. Celtics trail by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the 76ers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. Pass to Johnson. With the shot. The 76ers with another miss. The Celtics on offense, down by 12. Drexler kicks to Mullen. Outside Irving. Over Johnson. Irving drives in. Rebounded by McAdoo. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Johnson outside. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know.
Let's meet the starting lineup for Toronto. At shooting guard, Joe Caldwell. And now introducing yours.
The NBA season is such a grind, Brent. Anything you did in the middle of the year to keep focus?
Well, BA, sometimes it's about shrinking in a little bit and going back to your habits, continuing to do consistently what it is that's going to prepare you for the best performance. So peeling that stuff away is sometimes really important when the season gets to this point.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. We've got Chris Paul, and it's Carter in at the 3. Shot clock at 5. And Doncic puts up a deep 3. Weber pulls it in. Pass to Paul. Here's Weber. Outside Carter. They set the pick. The Raptors need to get off a shot. And he gets the bucket.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's Doncic.
And when we talk about franchise players, guys who can carry a team, Luka Doncic is one of the few guys in that category.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And he's good on the second. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Rice. Davis with it. He's guarded by Paul. Kicks it to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Toronto.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Weber passes to Carter. Here's Mourning. Here's Paul, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
One of the things through the years that you respect about Chris Paul is that competitive fire, competitive edge he brings to every game. He really does care only about winning.
Paul hits them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Sampson. The steal. Here's Caldwell. Over Mitchell. Caldwell misses.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Rice. Drops in the 3. And it's a tie ball game.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Weber passes to Carter. Here's the pick. To the left wing. Here's Caldwell. Checked by Mitchell. It's picked off. Down low. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Tenacious on the inside. Davis great at getting interior positioning and then capitalizing.
Outside Paul. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Outside Mitchell. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Doncic passes to Mitchell. Davis a screen. Clock at 6. And Charlotte another 3.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
Raptors trail by 3. Outside Carter. Oh, what a play. Just palms the block. Davis against Paul. Davis down low. And Davis slams it home.
And I'll tell you what, if you're going to mix it up with Davis, you better be on your game. He's so powerful inside.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
All right, fans, it's dance can time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. To my feet here. You have the camera on you.
Interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. Number 1, the Raptors.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league.
Raptors trail by 5. Now here's Paul. Here's Weber. Carter from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Doncic passes to Sampson. The 3 is up. Kept alive. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Doncic against Paul. Ooh, rejected by Doncic.
Defense at its best from Doncic. Like to see him putting that much effort into his D.
Pass to Davis. Here's Rice. He's checked by Carter. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Graham.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
And the second free throw is good.
And I think as fans, you always want to see the best in the league healthy. Anthony Davis out there tonight. The NBA is just better when AD's playing. He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Towns. Outside Mitchell. Takes the 3. Hauled in by Brown.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And again, Toronto, no good.
That's got to frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Davis. Boy, he just disappeared against Philadelphia. They needed him. And that one, good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
minute 53 left in the first quarter.
Charlotte foul. Luka Doncic. First personal foul. Second team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
For Toronto, Doc Rivers taking 2 shots.
That free throw misses. The Hornets making a switch here. Peterson's checked in. Good on the second one. Hornets leading by 6. Doncic with it. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Towns outside. There's the 3. Rebound Toronto.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Sloan, the pass to Brown. Yep, that one's good.
I don't know if you would consider this, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Doncic feeling it out a bit. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
Charlotte shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes a first.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes. But he's a modern big man.
And so Towns nails them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Brown, a screen on Hunter to the middle. And Brown, the bucket on the assist by Carter.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Hornets leading by 4. Doncic passes to Towns. This one for 3. Sinks the tray. Towns has got 5 points.
One of the better three-point shooting bigs. Towns has great accuracy.
Here's Rivers, guarded by Doncic. Rivers, the pass to Brown. Oh, it's blocked by Towns. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Peterson. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Carter against Hunter. And here's Carter. Brown, a screen on Hunter. Inside, 2 on the clock. And the jam by Brown.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Oh, man, that was sweet. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Hornets out in front, up by 5. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Anthony Davis is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Peterson in at the 2. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
You'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it. Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And it's the Raptors with the ball after the basket by Charlotte. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. I mean, it's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
The first one falls. Charlotte making some changes. Gordon comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Ball in for Peterson. So he gets them both. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Hornets. Leading by 5. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, they beat this team in the season series last year. But what's that really say?
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Charlotte leading by 8. Ball finds Doncic. Now here's Towns. It's hauled in by Brand. Carter against Ball. The 11-footer. Here's Brand. Lays it up and banks it in.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Gordon, the pass to Doncic. Throws it up high. It's stolen. Here's Caldwell. Off target from three-point range.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Charlotte Hornets.
At the line for 2.
On Monday, they kick off a road trip in Washington, where they'll take on the Wizards. Then on Friday, they'll be playing the Bucks in Milwaukee.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Ball, he's checked in for Rivers.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best. That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pass to Brand. Paul, a screen on Gordon. Carter with it. Shot clock at 6. Shoots a fadeaway. The shot's good. Carter's got 7 points in the game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Over to the wing. Here's Towns. Blocked! Pass to Caldwell. Here's Paul. The shot misses. Good D by Doncic. Hornets leading by 5. Here's Rice. He's guarded by Paul. Here's Rice. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Here's Towns. And here's Doncic outside. Rebound Toronto. Morning's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And despite a struggle scoring the ball, they've done enough to build this lead.
And that one's good. Brand.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
The Hornets have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Sampson, he's checked in for Charlotte. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Doncic. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Now here's Mitchell. Defense is right there. Gordon, left side. 5 on the clock. Here's Sampson. Counted. Sampson's got his second basket of the game. Raptors trail by 5. Paul passes to Mourning. Fades away, and the shot goes.
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Now here's Gordon. Still no points, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Hornets will retain possession. And we have to take another look at that block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Here's Mitchell. Caldwell grabs the miss. For Toronto, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Ball with a steal. Now the Hornets moving it up. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Gordon with the big finish.
Great timing, but Aaron Gordon's going to make any lob look good.
Raptors trail by 5. Outside Carter. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Sampson. Charlotte has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for the Raptors, Vince Carter, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Davis, he's checked in for Charlotte. And so Carter nails them both.
Trying their best to catch up. Can't fault their performance from the line, especially this quarter.
Outside Mitchell. Back to Ball. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Ball taking his time here. There's a screen. To the inside. Oh, deflected. Warning. It's hauled in by Sampson. Sampson's got 4 rebounds in the game. High post Davis. He's got 9.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Rice. Jacks up with 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Brand. And the three-pointer goes. Brand's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
last season. The best when it comes to shot blocking. In the third spot, Anthony Davis.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
1:44 left to play in the first half. Outside Mitchell. Outside for Davis. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for Toronto. Trailing by 4. And that one's good. Sloan's got his first 2 points of the night.
And simply one of the best to ever do it. Chris Paul always making the right play.
Pass to Rice. The three is up. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Paul passes to Mourning. Down low. Here's Sloan. Uses the glass on the layup. Sloan's got 4 points this quarter.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Hunter's checked in for Charlotte. The Raptors making a switch here. There's 47 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Sampson passes to Hunter.
I see him.
Weber pulls it in. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Sloan. Weber, no good. Charlotte has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Ball against Paul. Now Ball. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Here's Davis. It doesn't go for him.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Charlotte on top, up 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shots. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums. They're thinking about the shot. So sorry. One more time. A round of applause.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
You take a look at the Hornets. This is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
Yeah, it's time to show us what you really can do.
And guys, we saw an incredible performance from Anthony Davis in that first half, doing what he does best.
He's been good, but their defense, man, you got to look at their intensity and their disruption. And if that continues, he'll just keep running over them.
The only way to stop him when he's on a roll, force the ball out of his hands. Deny, bring 2, whatever you got to do.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You got to like what Anthony Davis has done in this game.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
So for Toronto right now, we've got Chris Paul, and it's Caldwell in at the 2. Pass to Carter. There's a screen for the tie. Offensive rebound. Here's Mourning, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Rice's shot is off.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
A good look from Doncic. Tries again. And it's good on the layup. Rice has got 8 points.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Paul for 3. Hits the trifecta. He's got 7.
And if he gets a good look, Paul's going to make you pay from distance.
The Hornets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Rice. Oh, nice D from Carter.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Here's Mourning. Back to Carter for the lead. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Sampson's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Pass to Weber. Shoots over Davis. The fadeaway. Carter can't get it to go.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in. What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Outside Carter from outside the arc. Hornets with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only 1 so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Now here's Carter.
Yes, sir!
Wow!
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. For the Hornets, Carl Anthony Towns has checked in for Sampson. Aaron Gordon comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Peterson in for Mitchell. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Rice. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession.
Hornets ball.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And here's Doncic outside. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Knocks it down from distance.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Doncic. Pass to Peterson. Here's the three. Rebound Toronto. Here's Weber. Still without a bucket. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
They need this. Here's Doncic. Nice finish from Luka.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Pass to Brand. Here's Caldwell. It's blocked. Now here's Doncic. Lets it go from deep. Caldwell grabs the miss. Caldwell's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. And he takes a fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Hornets trail by 4. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Towns finds Doncic. All right, let's bring up the rookie leaderboard now to see which point guards made an impact on the boards this past month. Second, Luka Doncic.
Yeah, you know, there's really a science to it all. It's about reading shot trajectories and getting the right positioning as well. And so far, they're doing it better than most.
It's a dimension of the game that so few point guards have, and it's an attribute that makes them much more valuable to their ball clubs. To have that many rebounds coming from the point guard position, what a plus you got there.
First free throw is good.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hunter's checked in. Doncic hits them both. Toronto has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Pass to Rivers. Here's Sloan. And he drives in. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Charlotte trailing. Hunter passes to Doncic. Here's Peterson. Now here's Towns. Now Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry for the tie. The shot by Towns, no good. The Raptors shooting only 42%. Pass to Weber. Here's Rivers, guarded by Doncic. Rivers' shot is off. Charlotte's gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Here's Doncic. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Doncic has got 10 points. Here's Rivers. Inside, Brown. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Give him 8 points now.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
59 seconds left in the third. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. He's checked in for Luka Doncic. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Weber, defended by Gordon. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Sometimes Lonzo's got to put the defense on their heels and start attacking with some aggression. And that play he did so.
And he'll take his third and fourth free throws of the night. And that one falls for Ball. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Sloan. Here's Rivers. Chalk up 2 there.
Assist goes to Jerry Sloan.
26 seconds left in the third quarter here. Brown against Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Gets the 3 to fall. Towns has got 8.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Mitchell, also Lonzo Ball out there, and it's Rice in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Here's Davis. AD beasting down low.
And with that comfort that AD feels from mid-range, he's going to feast from there.
To the paint. Here's Caldwell. Tipped away.
Hornets foul. Ralph Sampson. Second personal foul. First team foul.
It's the Raptors with the ball. 2-point game. And he lobs it up. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob.
And he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the hill.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And he drops the first. He's off on the second. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Weber. And a two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Sampson. Outside Davis. With the floater. There's the block. Here's Caldwell. Knocks down the triple. And the Raptors lead by 2. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Raptors.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
It's time for Dance Cam. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. Yeah, keep on dancing. Let's see what you got.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Rice. In the run. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Second team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Alonzo Mourning. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Carter, he's checked in for Toronto. And he sinks the second.
He missed the chance to put them up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
Ball outside. Here's Rice. He's checked by Carter. There's Davis with the 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Toronto trailing. Carter with it. To the middle. Here's Mourning. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside Davis. Davis just merciless inside.
Being so aggressive on the offensive end, Davis is doing all he can to find some points.
Outside Paul. To the left side wing. Blocked. Ball against Paul. Pass to Mitchell. Davis a screen. Now here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Carter. Yep, count it. And the Raptors lead by 1.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Outside Davis. Here's Mitchell. No good off the back of the rim.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Pass to Davis. Misses the 3. Toronto has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here's Ball, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It goes on Chris Paul.
Assertive play by Ball inside. Not letting a close defender just shut him down.
Ball. 2 shots.
We got this.
And he knocks down the first one.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
Rivers is checked in for Paul. And so Ball nails both of them. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud, I don't hear it. Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
The Raptors with a lead. Here's Rivers. The floater. Clock at 6. Here's Caldwell. Gets a hand on it. Controls the rebound and the putback. Morning's got 9 points here in the second half.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Get loud and make some noise for your Charlotte Dancers.
Just checked in for Charlotte.
Number 77, Luka Doncic.
Pass to Sampson. And here's Doncic. On the wing, Davis. Outside Mitchell. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
And when you need a bucket, look to a guy like Mitchell. He's so effective on the floor at finding his scoring opportunities.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team.
Crew, make some noise, fans!
Caldwell passes to Weber. Here's Morning, and there's the rejection. Here's Rice. Pass to Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I like watching AD going at the defense and trying to impose some of that physicality from him to them.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
And again, Toronto, no good. Charlotte's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Outside for Davis. Davis showing his range.
Well, AD defining the word clutch on that one. Huge shot there.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Toronto Raptors. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. They can't stop the run with that one. To the inside.
And this team's offensive catalyst, Doncic, puts pressure on the defense every possession.
14 foul. At the line for 2, Luka Doncic.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
Man, good whistle there.
Foul sets. 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul. Shooting for Toronto, Chris Webber.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Good on both.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a one-possession game.
Now here's Doncic. He's Anthony Davis going up top.
Well, with the game's outcome hanging in the balance, Davis does exactly what he needs to do. A gigantic shot from their big man.
Carter on the wing. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Shooting for Toronto, Vince Carter. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And he makes both free throws. Charlotte has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Here's Doncic, and it's in.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
Here's Rivers. Right wing, Webber passes to Carter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Vince Carter, 1st personal foul, 5th team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6.
2 shots.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
And Toronto calls time here. 29 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best moves. Let's go. Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Morning. Money.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Team is in the penalty. At the line for your Hornets, Donovan Mitchell taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that increases the lead to 6.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Carter can't get it to go.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
At the line for 2, Luka Doncic.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Charlotte winning this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove.
Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Chicago, Illinois, the location for the Wizard. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA All the Talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. They've got Artest. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Johnson. And it's Guerin in at the shooting guard position. Here's Petrovic. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And being such a good passer out of that 5 spot makes Jokic a triple-double machine.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Artest against Jokic. Shoots from 14. Rebound by the Bulls. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
That was a rough outing. They did a few good things, but the inconsistencies caught up to them in that one.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night. This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
To the paint, here's Garrett. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Artest, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Petrovic. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated, trying to get a way to stop him.
Now, here's Johnson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
You're incredible! Now on the court, your Hawk Squad. Get loud and let them hear you. All right, fans, the loudest section in here right now gets free t-shirts.
The 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. And you look at Abdul-Jabbar, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's good. Guerin's got his second basket.
This guy plays with such confidence and an ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Pass to Mobley. Now, here's Jokic. Leonard with the ball. That three off the mark. Artest against Leonard. Fades and shoots. Jokic grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 3. Loads it up there for Mobley. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Abdul-Jabbar.
Checking out the stats for Jokic. Great showing for him last season. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim. And he always hustles to get there. Leonard, no luck. Wizards leading by 3. Here's Guerin. Last game he had 10 points. Johnson surveying the floor. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Pat Lever.
And with Dennis Johnson, you know you're going to get tenacity and intensity, especially on the defensive end. He mucks things up out there.
And the first one drops. We're still in the first stages of the season, Doris. How much are these teams relying on analytics right now?
Kev, this is such a fascinating point you bring up because in the offseason, they look at a substantial amount of data. And what the analytics department does, go to the coaching staff. This is what we know can be effective. And there is definitely an adjustment in strategy happening.
Now, here's Leonard. It's in. It's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Johnson, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Guerin. Good, and Abdul-Jabbar gets the assist. Guerin's got 6 points.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Mobley sets the pick for Leonard. Takes a 3. Drops in the tray.
That is absolutely ridiculous range from Kawhi. My goodness, it feels like he just stepped across half court.
Now, here is Artest. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you got to love that energy.
Here's Pettit. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Here's Petrovic. Still yet to score. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Now, here's Johnson.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
On your feet, fans, it's time for your Chicago Loveable.
for Chicago. Haywood's checked in for Evan Mobley. Batum comes in for Petrovich. And it's Harper in for Lever. Nader's checked in for Washington. Howell comes in for Artest. Right side, Harper. It's tipped. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Nader. Wizards passing it around. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Howell. 5 to shoot. Harper against Johnson. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Heron grabs the miss.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Haywood with the block. Harper against Johnson. Harper the pass to Jokic. These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. And you look at Abdul-Jabbar, one of the league's best, 3rd in steals.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Free throw, good. Jokic. English, he's checked in for Washington. And he can't hit the second. And so English will bring it up for Washington.
2 minutes.
1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
English looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc.
There's a reason this guy has won multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. How much pressure can he guard with? My goodness.
And Jokic slings it in.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
For Washington, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field at this point. Outside, English. 1:09 left here in the first quarter. Driving inside. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. The Bulls have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Batum passes to Jokic. Shoots over English. And Jokic with the basket on the assist from Batum.
Spacing things out a little. Smart of Jokic to take advantage from that mid-range.
Inside, here's Nader. And that one is hammered home.
Great chemistry between 2 teammates. Love the passing.
Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Leonard the pass to Harper. Now Haywood. Just 4 to shoot. A 3 from Leonard. And it's Howell with the rebound. Washington has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Wizards lead by 2. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Wizards out front, up by 2. And we'll get going after this from United Center. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And Chicago shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Jokic is out there with Mobley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Harper. And it's Goodrich in a 2-guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Well, you see the confidence from Evan Mobley right now, ready to shoot as soon as he touches the basketball.
Poked away. Johnson down low. He's guarded by Harper. Here's Guerin. 6 on the shot clock. Headed. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Abdul-Jabbar against Jokic. There's Jokic being aggressive inside.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Abdul-Jabbar against Jokic. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. The layup missed. The Bulls with the lead. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to Leonard. Mobley trying to free himself up. Rebound by the Wizards. Now, here is our test. 9 points last game. And here is Johnson. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Guerin. They set the pick. Drops in the layup for 2. Guerin's got 8. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 12. Mobley wide open. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
That free throw, no good. Weaver's checked in for the Bulls. Scotty's checked in for the Wizards. Good on the second free throw. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Leonard looking over the floor. Over our chest. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And it's good, 2 points. Guerin's got the lead up to 4 now for the Wizards.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. Count it. Good. Scott's got his first points in this one.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here's Goodrich. Still without a basket.
Wizards foul.
Wizards making a switch here. Christie's checked in.
First team foul. Checking in for the Wizards, number 12, Doug Christie.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 6. Clock at 6. Christie against Goodrich. Trains the three-pointer. Goodrich has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
And really not the quickest release, but a nice fluid stroke. And, of course, Goodrich is a tremendous competitor.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best moves. Let's go. Everybody get down. Let's see what you got. You're offbeat.
Some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You take a look at Mobley. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Still in his early 20s, Doris, Evan Mobley is such a great player. So long, athletic. I know you love his play.
I certainly do, Kevin, and there's a lot of reasons why. You begin on the defensive end of the floor. Great shot blocker, can guard on the perimeter, and he continues to work and expand his offensive game. This guy's future is so bright.
Here's Christie. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Washington.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
First one falls for. Petrovic is checked in for Goodrich. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And here is Lever. Nothing on the board. And it's Jokic missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Good on the triple.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And here are the Bulls now, following the three-pointer by Washington.
I love scorers who want to seek contact. Kawhi Leonard consistently in the top 20 in free throw attempts.
Bulls have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
That free throw good from Leonard.
Watching Kawhi enter the league as a lockdown defender and now become an all-around champion, boy, what a career he has had.
Walton's checked in for the Bulls. Then for the Wizards, Nader comes in for Abdul-Jabbar, and it's English in for Ron Artest. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Christie. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Pettit. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
The Wizards have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard.
Showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Bulls trail by 7. Puts it up there for Mobley. And the basket by Walton. Now English. Here's the floater. Great tee that time from Batum. Chicago's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Lever kicks to Mobley. To the inside. Batum. And Batum throws it down.
Well, we know Nick Batum can hurt you from the perimeter. That time he shows you his ups. Go ahead, get up, Nicholas Batum.
Christie can't make it.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Here's Petrovic. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Wizards leading by 3. Pass to Christie. Here's Pettit, covered by Mobley. Got it to go. That one good from Pettit.
And points in the paint are a sure thing when Pettit's on the floor. He's just got too much game down low. He may not have the bulk of some of the other guys, but it doesn't matter.
Now here's Mobley. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. Screen by Walton. 6 to shoot. Mobley the pass to Petrovic. A three-pointer off the mark. Wizards have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Sunday, the Milwaukee Bucks will come into town. And then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And for their matchup with Cleveland, it's the 8th time they'll take the floor in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
The free throw drops for English. Bulls making a switch here. Haywood's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for Chicago. 7-point differential. 55 seconds left to play here in the half. Walton has screen on Scott. Lever passes to Walton. That ball. Great assist by Lever. Lever's got 3 assists tonight.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's Scott. Pass to Bennett. Launches it. It's off, but still a great shooting night. 6 of 8 from the field in the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Lever against Scott. Lever passes to Petrovic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The three. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And so that's the end of the first half. Wizards lead by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them, play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Looking at the Bulls, right now a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their timing back.
Yeah, plenty of adjustments in the early stages. And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the Bulls.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Bulls trail by 8. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Abdul-Jabbar. Artest is out there with Johnson. And it's Pettit in at the 4. Now here's Lever. Still scoreless.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Pass to Bennett. Down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
You're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Bulls trail by 9. Mobley outside. Over Pettit. Mobley misses.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. You know, two things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
Right side, Leonard. Offensive rebound. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, you've seen some terrific offensive basketball over the last month. A lot of it thanks to the assist numbers put up by these point guards during that time. And you look at Lever, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. And that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
You know, you're right. Looking at some of the best teammates in the NBA right there, each of those players such a joy to play with, because when they're at the helm of an offense, the ball's always moving, everyone's involved, the game just flows.
Leonard hits them both.
Boy, Kawhi Leonard lets his game do the talking. Yes, he's soft-spoken and quiet, but boy, he's a big-time player.
Here's Pettit. He's got 16. Here's Guerin. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Artest against Leonard. Mobley sets the pick for Leonard. Leonard lets it rip from 3.
We've seen this script before. Kawhi Leonard starts early and continues throughout the course of the night. Defense is in for a long haul.
Artest against Leonard. Artest the pass to Guerin. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You talk about a tough cover. Petrovic just keeps himself in excellent condition and knows how to change pace there to draw foul.
Bulls have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Good on both. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Johnson dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Now we get a chance to check in on Evan Mobley. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged about 15 points a game. 9 rebounds and 3 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
Here's Pettit. 16 points for him. This one for 3. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Pass to Mobley. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Jokic a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Lever can't get it to go.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Artest kicks to Johnson. Bennett the pass to Guerin. There's a good screen to the middle. And it's blocked. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Derek Harper's checked in for Chicago.
Coming onto the floor for your Bulls, number 11, Derek Harper.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Guerin, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bulls trail by 8. On the left block, Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 10.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Here's Guerin. He's got 13. Artest on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Artest. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 6.
Wow, that is big-time airtime by Evan Mobley. My goodness.
Here's Guerin. Here's Pettit. No good from outside. Here's Petrovic. At the elbow, Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And there's the bucket from Petrovic. Petrovic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And right there is the difficulty in defending Petrovic. He can burn you from deep as well as off the dribble.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. To the paint. Here's Johnson. And that time, also a missed shot. Chicago has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Abdul-Jabbar against Mobley. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 7 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's ready to talk things through with the team. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Make some noise for your incredible. Get loud, fans, on the court, your White Squad. And tell fans who wants a free t-shirt.
Checked in for Jokic. Haywood comes in for Evan Mobley. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Goodrich in for Petrovic. Here's Christie. Here's Howell. Down low, here's Nader. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Nader's got his second bucket as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Harper against Scott. Harper the pass to Wall. Clock at 4. Rebounded by the Wizards. Nader's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Christie. Throws it up high. And English with the stuff.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here's Harper.
2 minutes.
Scoreless thus far. Outside for Batum. Unloads. Hits the jumper in space. 1:49 left to play in the third. Here's Howell. Haywood covering. Howell passes to Nader. Here's Howell. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. Nader can't get it to go. Bulls have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Harper. Here's Haywood. And he uses the glass on the way. And the Bulls lead by 1.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
1:05 left here in the third quarter. Here's Nader. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Out to the wing. Here's Haywood. Rebounded by the Wizards. Howell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's English. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Gets on Nicholas Batum. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Shooting for Washington, Alex English. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. All free throws good from English. Bulls trail by 3. Outside Harper. Pass to Goodrich. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Nader. Nader's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Christie the pass to Nader. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Howell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all.
It's his first trip to the line.
13 foul. Shooting for Washington, Bailey Howell. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. 15 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Harper. Pass to Walton. Fade away. That falls. High speed that time from Harper. Walton's got 6. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Wizards out front. They're up by 3. And we'll get going after this from United Center. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Petrovic is out there with Lever. Then it's Walton. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Haywood in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. It's Lever on the wing. Defended by Scott. Pass to Walton. Leonard with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Back to Walton. That one doesn't go. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Leonard against Artest. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid. When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now, here is Haywood. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Johnson dishes to Artest. Here's Howell. He's covered by Lever. Pass to Guerin. It's stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and slam dunk by Haywood.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Johnson. Lays it up off the glass.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to Haywood. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Walton against Abdul-Jabbar. There's the 3. Petrovic's shot is off.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
There's the screen. Here's Guerin.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
All right, we'll take a look now. Now the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Washington.
I like this throwback approach they've taken, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
And he knocks down the first one. Chicago making some changes. Jokic comes in for Walton. And it's Mobley in for Haywood. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Now here's Mobley. Up top, Leonard. Wide open. And right through it goes. Leonard's got 23 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Guerin. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Lever with the steal. Here's Petrovic. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Howell with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now here's Lever. Here's Leonard. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Wizards leading by 7. Inside, here's Garrett. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Petrovic to the inside. Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Now you've got to play in pick and roll if you're in the NBA game. Evan Mobley, a very good screen setter and a nice roll there.
Lever against Johnson. Pass to Howell. Back to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Stripped away. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Petrovic. Now here's Lever. Inside. Petrovic's shot is off.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Bulls trail by 5. Mobley outside. Back to Lever. Pass to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. That's in there. Lever with the assist. Lever's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Checked in for Lever. And the Wizards making a change here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, Brian Keefe reviewing the game plan with his team during that last time out. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Now, here's Johnson. Back to our test. And again, Washington, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Johnson, the pass to Garrett. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Jokic defending. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Guerin. Here's Pettit, covered by Mobley.
Boy, the instincts on the defensive end are impressive for Evan Mobley. The timing and footwork is outstanding.
Here's Petrovic. Down low, here's Leonard. Kawhi taking no chances.
Showing no hesitation and in a huge moment. Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. For Jokic, there's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the assist by Johnson. 9 points here for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
It's time for Dance Dance. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us your moves. We have a dancer. Show us those moves. Next. Let's hear it for you.
.151 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard on the wing, stolen by Artest. To the middle, trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Right on the bucket. And it's a 4-point Wizards lead.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Leonard inside. Covered by Artest. Leonard the pass to Petrovic. Stolen by Artest. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the paint. Abdul-Jabbar with the ball. Leonard picks him up. The shot's good from Abdul-Jabbar.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Chicago making a switch here. Lever's checked in.
Number 12, Seth Lever.
Here's Jokic. Lever, no good. Johnson up top, defended by Lever. Johnson kicks to Artest. No good with the triple. And here are the Bulls now. 6-point game. Here's Jokic. Got it. And now they trail by just 4. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line to the Wizards, Dennis Johnson. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Lever kicks to Leonard, stolen by Artest. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 15th foul. Shooting for Washington. Artest at the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Yeah, you're not going to find a more rugged player than Artest. He will battle for every loose ball, every rebound, and he'll defend with every ounce of energy he has.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Johnson with it. And so it's the Wizards with the W. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Kareem Abdul.
Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. And on tap tonight, well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, BA, for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Harden against Murray. Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Nuggets. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Yeah, they were able to execute
and another dime for him.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists, piling them up all year long.
And he and his teammates have such chemistry at this point. There's that unspoken connection and understanding of how they want to play.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
Pass to Brown. Screen by Gordon. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now Los Angeles with it. And with their last victory, this team reached the 50-win mark on the season.
And they should be proud of what they've been able to accomplish. You can't just luck your way into 50 wins. You got to be a good team to reach that feat.
Offensive rebound. Here's Leonard. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Leonard's got 5 now.
Yeah, the versatile scoring ability of Kawhi, whether long range, short range, mid range, he can do it all.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-on-one player capable of carrying a team.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes it first. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Bogdanovich has checked in for Los Angeles. Offline with a 3. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, it seems like Porter Jr. could do even more of this, attacking right at the rim.
Harden surveying the D, picked by Bogdanovich. Fires the 3, knocks down the long